Good evening, hockey fans. This is Justin Bradford coming to you from my day job office in the Nashville Symphony because, let's say, it's better lighting in here. So I wanted to address a few things with you, and one of those is this Matt Duchene stuff. It is exhausting when it comes trade season. One, I know people kind of push the rumors a little bit, but let's get one thing straight. There's only a few rumors really out there about Matt Duchene. Now let's look at some things. So Daniel Lavender of Admirals Roundtable asks, is Matt Duchene really worth the price tag? And you know what? No, I really don't think so. It's one of those things that you cannot afford to give up a roster player. So everyone out there that's saying you can give up Mattias Ekholm or Ryan Ellis for Matt Duchene, no. Especially when you have some defensemen that have been battling injuries this season. PK Subban, Roman Josi, Ryan Ellis, all included, Anthony Bitetto for another one. The D-core is finally just now getting healthy this season for the first time since Game 1 of the season. Game 1 of the regular season is the first time the Nashville Predators defense is healthy. Mattias Ekholm and Ryan Ellis lead the team in defensive zone starts. Right off the bat, it shows that they're trusted in the defensive zone and they're needed in the defensive zone. Let's look at the penalty kill. They're in the top 3, both of those. Mattias Ekholm and Ryan Ellis in the top 3 in terms of penalty kill minutes. It shows how much this coaching staff really trusts them on the PK. It's another thing too, when you give that up, who's going to step in and replace? Now, some people are going to argue, well, when Roman Josi was out, the team did okay. PK Subban was out, the team did okay and they won. That's great that they won in the regular season, but in the playoffs, you can't lose a top 4 defenseman like that. You cannot afford to give up Ryan Ellis or Mattias Ekholm for Matt Duchene, because then that leaves you with Yannick Weber, Anthony Bitetto, and Matt Irwin for the other 3. Now, it is absolutely nothing against those players at all, but when you have a guy like Ryan Ellis or Mattias Ekholm, they're much more solid in there, and that rounds out your top 4. Some of you may be asking, what would you give up for Matt Duchene? Now, if the Avalanche are interested in players that have high potential and aren't in the NHL yet, which they should be to build for the future, and that's where you look at Alex Carrier, Dante Fabro, Samuel Girard. Those players have a pretty big upside in terms of potential on the defensive side. I don't like giving up a first-round pick like Fabro, but that's where it's worth it to bring in a Matt Duchene. You're not giving up anything currently on the squad, but you're giving up something for the future. And that's okay when you look at the contracts of PK Subban, Roman Josi, Ryan Ellis, and Mattias Ekholm. You pair that out with a top pick, a first-round pick, and maybe a second-round pick in 2018. I think that's a pretty good package right there. Is it something that Colorado wants? Who knows? But that's, for me, personally, what I'd like to see given up for it if you're going to trade for that. Now, there's people out there, well, how about you package Craig Smith or Colin Wilson? Colorado doesn't need offense right now. Look at all the forwards that are on the trading block for them. They need defense, because what should Colorado have done a few years ago? Drafted Seth Jones. And it's really going to be difficult for them to trade within division, because imagine Matt Duchene burning them every season, because that's what he would do. Obviously, he loves Nashville. It'd be great to see him in Nashville, but is it viable? It's going to be really tough, and I really hope David Poile doesn't go and give up a roster defenseman to get Matt Duchene. So before I have to go, the word of advice when it comes to trade is, don't try to trade your crappy bag of pucks to get an elite player. It's not going to happen. It's fun to be an armchair GM, but you need to be realistic. What does the other team want? You can't just throw away your scraps and expect to get something in return. That's not how it works. Not every general manager is George McPhee. That's what you need to remember. Crap does not equal elite. Oh, and another thing, what the hell is it with you people wanting to trade PK Subban? Just because he's not scoring as much or getting as many assists as you really want to expect does not mean you trade him. My God, how ridiculous is this? You have a top elite defenseman who can produce offense and be solid in the defensive zone, which he's been since he came back from injury. What is going on with you people wanting to trade him? Just because he's not Shea Weber does not mean you trade him. He is a top tier defenseman in the NHL, and you want to trade him away for what? What do you want in return for PK Subban? Get it through your heads, people. This is how it's going to be. Weber's not coming back. Thank you. So there you have it. Hopefully this was a little bit informational for you. I'll try to do more of these. If you have questions, you can always follow me on Twitter at Justin B. Bradford, or go to Penalty Box Radio, website, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's everywhere. Make sure to listen on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central on 102.5 The Game, ESPN Nashville. You can also podcast that as well on penaltyboxradio.com. So again, please think before you have a trade proposal. It's just ridiculous.